Hello, online crew. Today we're going to talk about becoming unstuck. Most people that are building a business online or building a business probably of any kind at various times will find themselves getting really stuck. The thing we need to learn to do is effectively get unstuck. So, how do we do that? What is the best way to do that? And that's what I want to talk about today. The reason that I talk about topics like this is my first live video of the week, which is this one. I talk about something to do with personal growth, personal development, something to help you go a little bit deeper and think about you and the way that you work and the way that you think, because that's actually what's going to help you build an amazing business. It's not all the shiny object syndrome stuff. It's not all the reels and the TikToks and the content creation and the branding. Yes, you need all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's the way that you think, it's the energy that you put into the things that you do that's going to make you successful. There are people all around you. If you're in this business of social selling, entrepreneurialism, that kind of thing, there are people all around you in the same kind of business. How is it that there are people all around you that are really, really successful? And sometimes you sit back and go, oh, why not me? Why isn't this working for me? Why don't I get more engagement? Why can't I get more eyeballs? Why can't I get more customers? Why can't I attract more team members? All of that kind of stuff. That comes from what you attract. What you portray is what you attract. And that comes down to you, my friend. So if you're stuck with anything, I really want you to listen to what I'm about to share, because I'm always working on personal development, personal growth, because I just know it's me who's going to make me successful, not anyone else out there, not social media, not the internet, not the content that I put out there, not the mentors that I have. It's me. It's what I do. It's what I project. It's the way that I think. It's my energy, all of that kind of stuff. So same goes for you. Okay. If any of you are joining me live, please say hello. Let me know you're here, listening, watching. And this is one of those videos where I'll go, are you really listening to me? Because I really want you to hear this. So I'm always working on myself, personal development, personal growth. And I've been following a guy for quite a while. You can look him up if you want. His name's Brian Ridgway. And he's really big on like transformation of the individual and getting unstuck. Okay. And I was listening to some work of his last week, and I thought, I've got to share this with my audience because this is so true. This is what you want to think of when you're stuck with something. Well, this is what majority of people think of when they get stuck. You focus on what you're stuck on and you want to get unstuck with something. Like there's probably something, when I say, what would you like to get unstuck on? There's probably something that you could share with me right now. It might be building on social media. It might be your eating habits. It might be, you can't get into a routine, a really good morning routine. You're not exercising. Like there's a million things that you could probably think of that you want to break through and get unstuck from. Would that be fair to say that there's something that you can think of that you feel like you're stuck on? So what Brian was sharing around this concept is that when you focus on what you want to get unstuck on, you're always focusing your energy on the thing that you want to get unstuck. So your energy is in completely the wrong place. And he actually gave this example. I thought this was interesting. Do you know who I mean when I talk about Oprah Winfrey and Deepak Chopra? They do meditations. Have you heard of those? Have you been on one of those before? I've definitely been on them before. And every year they run a free 21-day meditation series together on becoming unstuck. And Brian was saying there's a huge issue with that, because as long as you focus on what it is that you want to get unstuck from, then what happens when you get unstuck from that? He said it's the same people that are turning up doing that same 21-day meditation series because you're always focusing on something that you want to get unstuck from. So there's always something that you're going to be stuck on that you want to become unstuck on. If this is not making sense, just stay with me, okay? So what he was saying is, do you want to be unstuck or do you want to be free? Where's your energy concentrating on? Everything, I don't know how, whether you think this is woo woo or, your thoughts on energy, but everything is energy, and what you give your energy to, you just know that in life. If you give your energy to things not working, guess what? Things will continue to not work. If you give your energy to things that you are stuck on and you keep saying that, I'm stuck on this, I'm stuck on this problem, guess what? You are going to stay stuck. So do you want to get unstuck or do you want to be free? Like, make that decision firstly. It's, you want to be free. People that are focusing on becoming unstuck, as I said, your energy is in completely the wrong place, and you will just get more of what you focus on. You guys would know that, don't you? You've heard that saying over and over again. You get what you focus on, and everything is energy. So if you focus on what you want to get unstuck from, you're just going to continue to stay stuck. So I'll give you an example. Let me give you a non-business example just to really bring this home. Let's say, if you're a little bit like me, you like naughty food. Let's say you're an emotional eater. Let's just use that as an example, okay? So perhaps you eat the wrong foods and you should eat healthier. And every time you do it, it feels good, but it's a cycle that you want to break. You want to eat healthier, you want to exercise, you want to get fit, you want to be in the best health you've ever been. So that's what your focus is. But you've got these bad habits that you do. Maybe you stay up too late at night. Maybe you nibble on sugary foods. Maybe you're not exercising. So you've got bad habits that you can't break through. Otherwise, if you had it all going on, you would be the fittest, healthiest version of yourself that you've ever been. So everybody's got bad habits, no matter what they are. So let's say you've got bad eating habits, okay? So you're stuck on that. So let's say I'm stuck on eating chocolate or something like that. But chocolate makes me feel good. How many of you can relate to, if you're a little bit of an emotional eater, that sometimes something sweet makes you feel good? Guess what your brain does when things feel good? You will continue to do them. So this is really interesting when you dive deep into it, because you're always going to continue to do bad habits that actually make you feel good in the moment. So if you like sugary foods and you shouldn't, but they make you feel good, you are going to continue to do it until you can break the cycle. So you give your energy to sort of, eating something naughty. Okay, so you've given your energy to that. Then goes, oh, I ate something naughty, I shouldn't have done that. So then all your energy goes into beating yourself up for what you did that you shouldn't do. So you've got no energy left. Okay, so you've given your energy to the thing, then you've had the thing, you feel good momentarily, and then you beat yourself up for doing the thing. And relate that to your business. Maybe there's things that you should be doing, but you're not doing, so you don't do them. You think about them a lot, but you don't actually do them. And then because you haven't done them, you beat yourself up a lot for not doing them, and you've wasted a whole lot of energy on something that never really happened in your business. Can you relate to that? Like, I'm sure so many of you can relate to that in business. There's things that you need to do. You think about it a lot. You give a lot of energy to thinking about it, maybe even planning it out. Maybe you even watch a lot of trainings to do with that thing. But then you don't do it for whatever reason. You sidetrack it. You go and do something that makes you feel more comfortable. So then you don't do it. Then you beat yourself up for not doing it. And then you're feeling like down and out again. And you're feeling stuck again. Vicious circle, isn't it? So do you want to give all your energy to being stuck on this thing? Or do you actually want to give your energy to being free? Okay. It's a total different thought process. So here's what Brian was saying around this. Don't give your energy to what you want to become unstuck from. Actually embrace it. Lean into it and get curious about why you're doing it in the first place. So what I mean by that, let's go back to the eating kind of example. So if you're going to do something because it makes you feel good, you're going to probably continue to do it. So when you go for the chocolate or you go for the biscuits or you go for the late night snack and you shouldn't eat, 2 hours before bed, but you've got a craving and so you eat something just before you go to sleep. So you're doing it. Just do it anyway. Don't give your energy to beating yourself up about it. Do it. but lean into it in, okay, I'm doing this, but get really curious about why you're doing it. Why do I need this? What am I doing this for? What's happening here in my thought processes that I need to go and do this, although I know it's not good for me? Or you're sitting on the couch instead of, doing something in your business, or you're going and doing the washing or the dishes or something like that when you know you should be doing something for your business. Lean into it and get really curious about why you're doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing, or technically you want to get unstuck from. You've got bad habits. When you really lean into it, the answers are actually there. You just don't go to that level very often. You don't get curious enough. You don't lean into enough to try to understand what it is that you're doing. More often than not, and if you've been around me for a while, you would know that I talk about this. More often than not, the things that are your bad habits have been there for a very long time. And usually it's something related to way back when. It's something to do with your childhood. It's something to do with somebody said to you, maybe some conditioning from your parents. Maybe you saw the way your parents brought you up. Maybe it was language in the household. If your parents never had any money, they always argued over money or struggled for money. Money wasn't abundant. You've probably subconsciously got some issues with money. And you probably self-sabotage your business because you've got issues with money. Now, this isn't the kind of stuff that you just think about, oh, I've got issues with money because my parents never grew up with money. We grew on the poor side of life, and now I've subconsciously got issues with money. You just don't think like that. But when you're doing things that you know you're self-sabotaging, or you're not doing something that you know you should be doing, lean into it and get really curious about why you think you're doing that. Or maybe look a little bit deeper into your past as to what is the reason for that? Why do you really think that is? And here's the other thing that Brian, and I've started doing this just recently, and it does make a difference in the way that your thoughts lean. So when you believe that everything is energy, and I know that might be woo-woo for some of you, but it is true, what you give your energy to and thoughts to will help you find solutions and bring answers. So when you say things to yourself like, I am, there are infinite possibilities for me to get what I want. I am the creator of my own destiny. Do you know there's no energy outside you? Like there is energy outside you, but you create your own destiny. Your life right now is your creation. No one else caused it. There may be circumstances and people around you that influence you, but your decisions are your own. Your thoughts are your own. You can either keep them and absorb them and have them not working for you, or you can make a decision to control your thoughts and truly believe I create my own destiny. There are infinite possibilities for me to get what I want. When you start thinking like that, you start moving your energy towards solutions with all the things that you want to get unstuck around, rather than focusing on what it is that you want to get unstuck. Do you see the difference in the way that you absorb this and think about this and what you give your energy to? So somebody that believes in infinite possibilities to create their own destiny doesn't use language like, I can't afford that. Because you would find a solution for it. It's like, not, how can I not afford this? Or how can I can't afford this, to I'm going to make this happen. How do I make this happen? There are infinite possibilities for me to make this happen. And money is all around me. And I'll give you an example of somebody who it honestly comes down to the way that you think. And every Tuesday night at our house, the boys come over and play the table tennis. It's just a fun social thing. So behind our house here, we have a museum. It's a classic car museum. It's not open to the public. It's full of old cars and motorbikes. It's even got a fire engine in there. It's got, the old classic oil bottles and car mascots. It's just people walk in there and go, wow. Like you just got no idea unless you've seen it. And I will never, ever show it on camera, ever, because it's my husband's pride and joy. It's very valuable. It's very unique. And it's just something sacred to us and our family and the heritage with our family. His father started the collection. Like, you just got to see it to believe it. Come and visit me in Australia one day and I'll show you through. Anyway, We got a pool table in there and a table tennis out there. Like the shed was built before the house. That's how important it was in the scheme of things. But it's big enough. Like when I say shed, I'm saying like museum, like massive. So there's a pool table in there. There's table tennis table. There's Chesterfield lounges. There's a bar. There's all sorts in them. So every Tuesday night, this is a very long-winded way of saying what I want to say. Every Tuesday night, there's a whole group of mates that come over and they have a table tennis competition. They cook up there. We take the air fryer up there and they've got dips and biscuits and drinks, and they just have a social competition every Tuesday night. Anyway, I leave them to their devices, but I go up there and I say hello to the boys, give them all a hug and a kiss, have a chat, stay for a little while, and then I leave them. And one of the guys a few weeks ago, I got into conversation, how's business, whatever. And he's got a business here locally where I live. And it's, I don't know who's listening, so I won't identify the person, but let's just say it's a business that relies heavily on, they've got to have insurance. And the way, risks with insurance, there's a thing in Australia where insurance companies are not going to insure this type of business. So it's going to put his business out of business if he can't get insurance. But his take on it was, plenty of ways to make money. And, if we didn't do that and we have to close that business down, this is what I could do. And, there's ideas around this and that and whatever. And he just rattled off 4 or 5 business ideas to me. Every single one of them had merit. And I was like, wow, this is somebody who's really got a brain for solutions and not being stuck. Now, most people would be stuck in the issue of my business is destroyed. If I can't get insurance for it, I'm doomed. They'd be stuck in that. This guy was going, there's plenty of ways to make money. You can always make money. There's always plenty of ways to make money. I could do this, or I could do that, or I could do this, and I could do that. And I was fascinated by his thought processes in how he actually absorbed the thought processes in there's plenty of ways to make money. Now, somebody who believes in infinite possibilities to create your own reality doesn't use things like, I can't afford that. You don't use language like that. You don't use words like, I can't, I'll try to get unstuck. I'll try to do a better job. I'll try to fix this. They don't use language like that. They just go and work it out because you put your energy and your focus into the infinite possibilities of what you could create. You don't focus on what you're stuck on. Am I making any sense at all to you guys? I just find this stuff fascinating because I really know the power, because I've done so much work on this. I really know the power of the way that we think and what we give our energy to. And I'm very self-aware of the way that I think. And I can concentrate on what I'm stuck on, and I can concentrate on all the limitations, and I can concentrate on what's not working. But as long as I'm giving my energy to that, those things are going to stay in my life. When I shift my thought processes to, I can create my own reality. There's infinite possibilities out there to do anything in life. Money can be made in many different ways. I've just got to find possibilities and the people and the connections and the mentors and the community and the training. And I've just got to find the right avenues. But there's infinite possibilities for me to get what I want. When you truly say that to yourself and believe in that, see the shifts happen. I challenge you. See the shifts happen in your world. Do not focus on what you want to get unstuck from. Don't give your energy to that. You're going to stay stuck. And I see it over and over again. Even people in my VIP mentorship program, people I coach, people I talk to all the time, they stay stuck because they're focusing on what's not working. Change your language, change your daily affirmations. I was on the treadmill early this morning, saying to myself, I am an infinite being. There are infinite possibilities in what I can create in my reality. I just keep saying it to myself because I know when I open up that way of thinking, people will appear, possibilities will appear, ideas appear, things get put in front of you to make things happen. It's called RAS, your reticular activation system. You will see possibilities when you open up your mind to it. And as I said, I'm doing a lot of work on this because this guy that I am mentioning, Brian, he's done a lot of work. He spent over $300,000 on doing programs from the biggest gurus. You would know their names. Well, he mentions it, so I mention it. He's gone to many events like, Tony Robbins and all the rest of it. And he said it was great in the moment and you feel motivated for a moment. You go home and you go back to your ways of being. So he said that's not the way to fix being unstuck. That's not the way to fix true transformation and change in what you want to achieve out of your life. It's truly thinking and believing and shifting your energy into infinite possibilities. You are the creator of your world, guys. You are where you are right now because of your thought processes to date and the energy that you put into things. So if you've got things that you are stuck on, if you've got things that you are troubled by, if you've got bad habits, lean into them. Don't fight them. Don't say, I've got to get unstuck from that, because you'll stay stuck. Lean into them. Go, okay, I'm doing it again. I'm avoiding doing what I need to do, or I'm eating that chocolate biscuit, or I snoozed the alarm and didn't get up and exercise again. Lean into it and go, why am I doing that? Why am I avoiding something that is important to me? What's stopping me? Like, really lean into it and try to understand it and shift your thoughts and energy around it. You've got more of a chance to moving into the person, the life, and the money that you want when you shift your energy into what you focus on. So don't focus on, I'm really stuck here. I'm so stuck. And all your energy is in being stuck. You won't find the solutions that you need when you think that way. Okay? Just going to check on some of your comments here. You hearing me? No, nobody's saying anything. Liz, it makes sense to you. That's good. Share your thoughts with me around that. Are you hearing me when I share this message with you? Because it makes a lot of sense to me. I know it to be true. I'm executing it myself, and doors will open up for you when you learn to think differently and stop giving your energy to telling yourself, I'm stuck with this. That is just no good for you. Luce, there is always a way. You might not like it, but there is always a way. Yeah, and sometimes it's going to be challenging, but you need the challenge to get to the other side. You need every experience that you're going through to get to the other side. Be grateful for that. Don't push against it. Every business, every person, relationship, things that go wrong in your life, they're a stepping stone to get you where you're meant to be. Maybe you're listening to this video, or you've accidentally come across this video because you needed to hear something from me today. I don't know. But when you think about infinite possibilities, so I wrote them down. What's the wording? I create my own reality. That's some wording, an affirmation you might be able to say. I have the infinite power to change my life and whatever's important to you, my money situation, my business results, my relationship, my challenges around food, whatever it is for you. And I can create what I want. Shift your energy into the infinite possibilities of making things happen versus fixing a problem. That's the crux of everything that I'm talking about today. And remember that example I gave. Somebody who thinks of infinite possibilities doesn't use language like I'm stuck or I can't afford that. What they say is, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make this a reality. I have infinite possibilities to make this a reality. I'm going to go and make this happen. Like, start there. But just start by telling yourself, I am an infinite being with endless possibilities to create my own reality. Words like that. Like, believe it. You got to believe it. You can't say it and not believe it. You can't say it and then go, no, you're not. Or that's crap. Or that's woo-woo. You can't say it and not believe it. Like, you've got to shift your energy into that and watch small things change in your world. I hope you're hearing me with this message, and I hope you can shift or just at least start practicing a change in your energy, because everything is energy, and what you give your energy to is what you will execute. So if you keep giving your energy to, I'm so stuck on this, or this isn't working, or that's not working, or I can't do this, or I'm trying to get out of that. If you're focused on fixing, trying, healing, getting unstuck, that's the wrong place for your energy to be in. So focus on the infinite possibilities to go and make things happen for yourself. That's what I want for you. And that's why I do these type of videos at the beginning of every week. So I hope it's just if just one person watching there on Instagram or here on Facebook, YouTube, etc. If it just makes you think a little bit differently, to go and, create some new thought processes or words or language or affirmations, then that's a good thing. Stacey, I've been giving my energy to stuckness. So let's change that. Great things to think about. Awesome, Stacey. I love that. Okay. Yep. You are stuck only because you think your thoughts are so much more powerful than all our thoughts are so much more powerful than we realize. And everything starts, you know how this works. I'll get off in a minute. I'm talking too much, but you know how this works. Your thoughts creates your beliefs, creates your words, creates your actions, creates the results. You've all heard of that before, haven't you? So your thoughts create your beliefs create your words are I can't, or I'm trying, or I'm so stuck on. Those words that come out of your mouth come from your thoughts. You get to control that, even though you think you can't. And there are thoughts that will come in before you even think about it. And that's what I catch myself doing all the time. It's like, okay, thank you for that thought, but go and F off. I don't want to think like that anymore. So when things come in, catch them really quickly. It's like, I want the biscuit. No, you don't. No, you don't. Well, why do you want the biscuit? So you know what I'm trying to say? Things will automatically come in because that's your subconscious at play, and that could be your childhood. That could be just what you've done for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. That's, if you've got bad habits, they've probably been around for a while, but you've got to lean into it and try to dissect it and understand it and catch your thoughts and change them really quickly. Okay? Yes, you can do this. Blue Water Landscape Supplies. You can do this. And Dean, we'll leave it on this note. Whether you think you can whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Absolutely. And you will absolutely justify your negative thoughts. You will end up justifying thoughts that don't serve you. You'll end up proving your point. If you think you can't, you will spend your whole life proving to yourself that you can't, because that's what you're giving your energy to. Make sense? Okay, I could go on forever and talk about this. Yeah, you don't realize it. I agree, Stacey. You have to remember to get curious and peel back the layers. Love that. Very well said. Okay, I've talked long enough about this, but I really hope this is helpful to you. Now, this week is going to look a little bit different to most weeks, because my other 2 live videos, I am going to go live later this week, but it won't be on my normal schedule, and here's why. I'm taking my husband away for 2 days. We're leaving tomorrow. Those of you in the branding course, don't worry, we've got that Zoom first, and then we're leaving after that. And he doesn't know where we're going. Nobody knows where we're going, but it's really cool. I'm really excited. It's different. So I'm going to do a video, not tomorrow, the next day, of where we are, the location, because it's pretty cool. So I'll come live and I'll share with you what we're doing and where we are and what we're up to. And then my last live video of the week, we'll be traveling back. Okay, so this week's going to look a little bit different with my training and the normal, but coaching community members, we've got a training on Reels. If you don't know how to do Reels and you want to do all the buttons and push the buttons and things like that, then you absolutely want to grab that training in the coaching community this week. So that's still happening. Okay, so stay tuned and watch out for my next video, where he's going to be from a secret location for Valentine's Day. Well, it'll be the day after by the time I come live. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Please think about what I shared today. Bye.